Hello, good to see you all again. Welcome back. It's Professor Gray with you, and it's time for week number 3 of our course. That's right. This week we will continue with what we learned last week. I will review the homework, and we will move on to some new parts in the book. We're going through our book step by step, so just keep following along, watch the lectures, do the work, and get the homework to me on time. Very important. Almost everybody got it to me on time. Almost everybody has got everything all ready, about 99%. So you guys are doing very well. Okay, you've got the books, you're watching the lectures, you're getting the work done, you're getting your emails to me. Great, keep it going. You're doing well. As always, this week there will be 2 lectures. This one now, and the other one is the listening lab lecture. You must watch both, do the work. And then when you email me, now one thing, some of you are sending me a lot of your work. Thank you, but really you don't need to do that. You just need to do all the work in the videos, all the work I assign you. You need to finish it and tell me that you finished it in your email. Then I will assign specific writing work, like last week's writing assignment, which you all did a good job at. Keep it up. The only thing you must send to me is that writing assignment each week. Now, if you have questions about the other homework or you don't understand something, anything, okay, yeah, then definitely send me a question. Ask your question. I'm very happy when you send questions if it helps you. If there's no questions, no problem. Just send me the work and then tell me you did the other work. As always, you must put your name, student ID number, and the class number, the class that you're in every email you send me. Okay, that is a must. Everybody's doing a good job so far. Each week, I will review the homework from last week and then move on to the new work. So let's do that now. Please look at page 6 and 7 in your green textbook. Now, page 6, 7 shows the story we learned, learning a second language again. And if you look at last week's notes, you remember the diagrams. Okay, introduction, key point 1, key point 2, key point 3, conclusion. Each body paragraph is a different key point. And as I told you, the 3 key points were P, P, E. Okay, be positive, practice, and PPR, excuse me. PPR. Be positive, practice, and record or make a record of your work. PPR. Okay, so we have the introduction, the 3 key points, and the conclusion. The conclusion ends with a nice finishing prediction. Okay, if you do all the work. So the essay is telling you learning a language like English can be easy and fun. Here are some good ways. The ways are PPR. Okay, that's the bridge. Here are some good ways. There are several ways. PPR, bridge. Everything connects back to the thesis statement, the bridge. Then the conclusion repeats the main ideas and ends with sort of a prediction for the future, final thought. If you follow the instructions, the PPR, you will enjoy learning English. Notice you will, future, and you will have more confidence, will, future. All right, and then you see a student working hard, it looks like, maybe at home. We'll talk about that later too. Okay, part A, scanning for information. Number 1, A, yes. Number 2, 3, of course, 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, PPR. And number 3, A, feel positive. Learn from the mistakes, be patient, take risks. Any point is fine. B, practice. Write in your journal, speak every day, ask questions, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes. C, R, keep a record. Write in the journal, what did you learn? What did you understand? Anything good, any positive thing. Even if you make a mistake, That's positive if you learn from it. Remember that. Very important. Mistakes are good if you learn from them. The only bad mistake is a mistake that you don't learn from. Okay? Making mistakes is part of learning. Always. B. Okay, in English, some adjectives become adverbs by adding the suffix ly. So part B in every chapter will be grammar. Adjective is a word that describes a noun. The big house, the blue book. Okay? Adverb is a word that describes a verb. Okay? Run quickly. This kind of thing. The adjective can become an adverb just by adding ly. Brief, briefly. Okay? Brief is adjective, briefly is adverb. Okay? The ly is called a suffix. It comes at the end of the word. Like believe, believable, able to believe. Okay? Let's take a look. John spoke very briefly at the meeting. Briefly is the right answer. Briefly is an adverb. It describes spoke, a verb. Spoke, briefly, verb, adverb. Example B, John gave a very brief speech. A speech, a plus noun, a speech. You want an adjective to describe the noun. Brief speech. Number 1 is adjective. Easy exercise, adjective, noun. Number 2, adverb. I can write the answers easily. Write easily, verb, adverb. Notice the adverb can come before the verb, okay, or after the verb. Here it's after the verb. Write easily. You can also say, I can easily write the answers. Adverb, verb. Number 3, adjective. What is the correct answer? Correct answer, adjective, noun. Number 4, adverb, correctly, answered correctly. Number 5, adverb, gradually improves. Okay, notice improve gradually, verb. Gradually improve, improve gradually, verb, adverb, adverb, verb. Number 6, gradual, adjective, gradual improvement. Notice the suffix ment. Okay, improve becomes a noun by adding ment as a suffix, improvement. Number 7, naturally, adverb, speak naturally. And number 8, natural, adjective. They are natural learners, okay? Or language learners. Here, language is a noun, an adjective, okay? They are not learners of a natural language. They are natural language learners, learners of language. So natural is an adjective, language is also an adjective, learners is the noun. Word partnership you can do on your own. Just some examples you can look at. You can read when you do your homework. Part C is vocabulary. Every unit has a vocabulary section to review the main vocabulary words. Number 1, risks. She likes to take new risks. Likes to take risks. New, exciting activities. Try something new. Notice we will learn later today to try means something new. Try a new restaurant. We will learn that in today's listening lab as well. So new things, to try new things is to take risks. Number 2, all at once, all at one time. Number 3, patient. Mother is very patient. Now, patient means not in a hurry, but also don't get upset. Right? A patient teacher doesn't get angry at his students when they make mistakes. A good kindergarten teacher must be patient with his or her students. Number 5, gradual, gradual improvement, step by step, little by little. Number 5 is positive. I feel very positive about the test. A good word here is optimistic. When you feel positive about the future, you are optimistic. Okay? The opposite is pessimistic, negative feeling. So, oh, tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day. I can't wait. I'm optimistic about tomorrow, future. I think it's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to be a lousy day. I have a very negative or pessimistic feeling about tomorrow. Maybe your team has a big game and you think you will win, optimistic. You think you'll lose, pessimistic. Number 6, in other words, same meaning, other words, new words. Okay, eat fresh fruit and vegetable, healthy. Exercise 5 times a week, healthy. Sleep 8 hours a night, healthy. Healthy, healthy, healthy. In other words, she is healthy. Number 7, perhaps, maybe, perhaps. Number 8, had trouble with our car. Number 9, confidence. And number 10, in addition, also. In addition means and or also. Okay, part D was very well done. Good answers. I want you to work hard for the written part. That's the only part I need to see each week is your written homework assignment, like D, 2, and 3. Okay, make sure you do a good job. Of course, the attendance is to get your work to me on time, but your homework and participation is on time and also, a good job. I check to make sure you've done the best you can. Okay? It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be a good effort and a good answer. A lot of you, we had people who like to study in, a lot of you use English outside of class. That was great. Really happy to hear that. Many of you play video games. A lot of you have friends from other countries, either that live here or online friends that you chat with or you met when you traveled. Some of you traveled and used English. Some of you have family in the US and you talk to them in English. I'm really, really, really happy to hear that from so many students. That's wonderful. And where? Some of you at home, some in the library. I'll tell you a story. When I was a student, I could never study at home, and I could never study with friends. With friends, we would sit down and start working, and then, after about 10 minutes, start talking about something interesting, and then we would end up talking and having a nice time together, which is great, but we didn't get enough work done. So I always worked alone. And when I wanted to really get a serious assignment done, I went to the university library. This is when I was in high school. I traveled almost 1 hour on a bus to get to the university, to get to the library. Now, this university had a very old and, serious looking library, very intimidating. And I was young, I was only in high school. But you were allowed to go in and work if, as long as you were quiet and being, respectful. So I would go in with my work, I'd sit down, I was nervous and intimidated, and that was good because it just made me be very quiet, very polite, and just focus. And in a library, not only is it quiet, what do you see in a library? Books, lots of books. And when you see books, what do they make you think of? They make you think about studying. So all I could do was just sit there surrounded by books and students studying and an academic feeling. And I was a bit intimidated because I was younger and I just worked and I got so much work done. I think where you study best is very important. You must know what works for you and then you can do a good job. I learned for me that the library was good working alone, but everybody has their own way. Find out what it is and make sure it works well for you. Okay, F, closed quiz. Closed quiz is just fill in the blank with the vocabulary, expression, that kind of thing. Okay, each unit finishes with a closed quiz like this. Very, basic type of language exercise. Number 1, easily, learn easily. Number 2, trouble. Number 3, learn. Number 4, such as, for example. Number 5, interesting. Number 6, positive, P, positive. Number 7, believe, you can do it. Number 8, practice, P, positive practice, PP. And make a record, R, of all your achievements. Number 9, achievements, your accomplishments, things you do well. if you do that in our class, it's optional. I'm not making you do this. This is a suggestion. But in our class, if you keep a journal, at the end of the semester, you'll see all the things you did. You go, wow, I learned a lot. Look at all these words and expressions, and look at what I did well. Okay, it really, really will help, and it'll help you see how hard you worked and how much you improved. Okay? It's a really good idea. If you learn a new word, write it down in your journal, right? If you write it down, maybe create a simple sentence with it. You learn the word chair, okay? I sat in my chair. Just something simple like that, you will remember the word much better. And number 10, confidence, more confidence in yourself. Okay, that's all for chapter 1. Hey, right on, we finished our first chapter. Let's go now. Now, we will not do each chapter in the book, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I will tell you each week or each time the new chapter. Right? So don't try to go ahead because you might do a chapter you don't need to do. Just stay with the class week by week. Our next chapter is actually chapter 3. Chapter 3, the importance of exercise for children. Please look at page 25. Okay, and this is a really good unit. Exercise for children. Yeah, okay, exercise is important for everybody. You, me, old people, young people, but maybe especially children because they're growing. Their bodies are growing, their minds developing. Exercise means good health. Good health means good body. Good health means good mind. Good health means good studying. Good health means good sleeping. Good health means everything. For children, it's very important. Don't forget. What do you do when you're a child? You learn a lot, but what do your teachers do? What do your parents do? They try to get you to make good habits. A child that develops good habits will keep those good habits all through life. Childhood is a time of learning good life habits. Exercise, good eating, healthy food, good manners, good behavior around people. All of these things you learn as a child, and you must use them your whole life. These good habits. Okay, the boys' course is playing, basketball. Let's get on to the story now. We're going to read the story together and go over it like we did in chapter 1. Don't forget the important structure, the introduction, the thesis statement, the bridge, the main points. Don't forget the organization of how the paragraphs are organized and how they connect together. Let's read paragraph 1, page 26, the importance of exercise for children. You read it yourself and answer 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Try to finish in 2 minutes, maybe-ish, 2 or 3 minutes. Hit pause, do it, come back. Okay. Joseph is a very busy 8-year-old boy. In the fall, he plays on a basketball team. He practices every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon and has a basketball game every Sunday morning. In the winter, Joseph plays soccer. His team practices one evening a week. Means every. One evening a week means one evening each week, one evening every week, okay? Very common in English. They have a soccer game every Saturday morning. In the spring and summer, Joseph plays baseball. His team has a game twice a week and practices at least once. At least means minimum. Minimum one time. Once, one time. Maybe more, but at least one time a week. It is easy to see that Joseph is very active after school. Underline. After is underlined. Let's look at the questions. Number 1 is B, of course, basketball, baseball, soccer. Sure, he plays a lot of different sports. Number 2, as I told you, a week means every week or each week. Each week, every week. C, one evening, one night, every week. Number 3, Now, number 3 here is A. When a writer underlines a word, emphasizing it, okay? Really important. If you answered C, well, yeah, it does show a contrast later, you're right, but so far we don't know the contrast because we didn't read the next paragraph yet. Okay, it will show a contrast, but really the answer here is A because a writer emphasizes by underlining. They want you to be really focusing your attention on this word. This is an important word. That's what the writer's doing. And the next paragraph. Now, a good reader, you, always reads the words and thinks forward. Okay? If you predict, you think what is coming, you're going to be a better reader. Okay? You're thinking ahead. You're an active reader, thinking forward. It's easy to see that Joseph is very active after school. After. Probably the next paragraph will discuss something different. Maybe in school? During school? Maybe. Let's read. Next 2 paragraphs, page 27, paragraph 2 and 3 are together. Read the 2 paragraphs and answer to number 12, page 28. So from number 5 to number 12, and then stop. Okay, at least 3 minutes here, 3 or 4 minutes, up to you, but not too long. Go ahead. Okay, in contrast, while most American children are in school, notice underlined. See how the writer connects the bridge to each paragraph. Now, the writer is connecting paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 here. In contrast to what? In contrast to paragraph 1, connection. In school, contrast to after school, underline, underline, connection. In school, after school, in school. They have a physical education class just once a week, one time every week for 45 minutes. Boys and girls from kindergarten to grade 12. Grade 12 is the final year of high school in America. Usually we say senior year, okay? You could say 12th grade or grade 12. Actually, in Canada, it's usually grade 12. In America, more 12th grade. But really, in America, we say senior year. Okay? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Do not have to have a physical education class in school every day. They do not have to exercise. In English, if you look at your notes, it says PE. That is very common. PE, we say PE class. PE means physical education. Okay? Exercise, sports, body, so on, health. Not all American children are as active in sports after school as Joseph is. Therefore, okay, notice as Joseph, same, equal to Joseph. Not all are equal to Joseph. These boys and girls need to exercise in school. Many people believe that the fitness and health of American children are in trouble. In fact, 40% of children aged 5 to 8 may be unhealthy already. Wow, almost half. For example, many have high blood pressure, overweight, or have high cholesterol. Cholesterol gets in your blood from animal fat, things like butter, eating too much meat. And the cholesterol causes your blood to slow down. This is not good. Now, you need a little cholesterol. Cholesterol is necessary and it's good, but too much is not good. I'm sure your doctor tells you that. Doctors believe that these conditions are the result of physical inactivity and poor diet. Okay, not exercising and eating poorly. Right? It's a problem all over the world in many countries. Children are not as healthy as they could be, and that's a problem for everyone. It's a problem for society. Number 5, in contrast means a difference. Contrast, left hand, right hand. Okay, contrast, different hands. Day and night, different times. Good and bad. Those are all contrasts. Number 6, PE, physical education, PE, class B, exercise. Number 7, once a week for 45 minutes. That's it, one time every week for 45 minutes. Number 8, false. Most children have a physical education class every day in the United States. No, they do not. Okay, they do not have a PE class every day. One time every week for 45 minutes. Number 9, not all American children are as active in sports after school as Joseph is. Therefore, these boys and girls need to exercise in school. Okay, remember as, Momo, as. As, Momo, as means equal or same. This movie is as good as this movie. This book is as long as this book. Equal, same. So, not as, Momo, as, not the same. 3, less active. Not equally active like Joseph, less active in sports. B, therefore, means number 2, as a result, or so, Momo, thus, Momo, therefore, as a result. B is number 2. 10, many people believe that the fitness and health of American children are in trouble. Fitness, number 1, okay, it means your physical condition, how healthy you are, your body condition. 1. And B, problem. Yeah, of course, in trouble. In trouble means a problem. Trouble, problem, number 3. Number 11, many American children may be unhealthy already. Sure, 40%. 40% is many, is a lot. It's true, definitely T, true. And number 12, physical inactivity means B, not getting exercise. Okay, not getting any exercise, B. Okay. Last one, last paragraph. Now, this is the final paragraph. It's sort of maybe concluding things, but this essay is a little bit different, but we do notice that it's concluding with a prediction or a future idea, right? Go ahead, read the last paragraph and answer 13, 14, and 15. Go ahead. Okay, in many countries in the world, all school children have to do 1 hour of exercise every day. This is very good. These exercises do not have to be team sports. They may be simple, such as running, jumping, or climbing ropes. Okay, when you think of sports, often you think of team sports. They're the most famous, perhaps, the ones we watch on TV the most. Baseball, basketball, soccer. Okay, those are very, very famous team sports. Also ice hockey, volleyball, rugby, team sports. But we also have what we call individual sports. Running, jumping, climbing ropes. So in the Olympics, you'll see both. You'll see individual sports. Taekwondo is an individual sport. Boxing is individual. Running, jumping. Some sports can be individual and team, like running, right? Running is individual, but sometimes it's a team sport. Swimming sometimes is a team sport. Tennis and golf sometimes are team sports, but usually individual. So golf, tennis, running, swimming, we consider them individual sports because usually they are. Sometimes they can be team. And of course, they're very fun to watch as a team sport. Doctors believe that habits learned early are more likely to stay with us. We keep them. Stay with us. Keep our habits through life. School is the perfect place to learn these habits or practices. Active, healthy children who exercise regularly can become active, healthy adults. Notice, can become, future. If you are healthy and active as a child, in the future, you will become a healthy adult. Okay? Prediction. Keep the children healthy, the adults will also be healthy. Very good. Number 13, false. Those are really, running, jumping, and climbing rope are usually individual sports. Okay, now number 14, remember. Doctors believe that habits learned early are more likely to stay with us through life. School is the perfect place to learn these habits or practices. 14A is 3. Remember? X, comma, or Y, X equals Y. What was it? A journal, what was it? Record in your journal, or comma, or diary. And page 4, journal, comma, or diary, X, comma, or Y, journal equals diary. Same thing. Habits, comma, or practices, habits equals practices, X, comma, or Y. You will see, it's very common in English. You will see this again and again our semester in our book and other places. 14b, 2, of course, exercise habits. This chapter is about exercise and health. And C1, stay with us. We keep it through life, or continue. To keep something is to continue with it or stay with it through life. C is 1. And number 15, of course, true. Yeah, definitely. American children should exercise more than just once a week. Absolutely. Okay, very good. If you have questions, of course, email me your questions. Now, we're going to read it again. Now, next on page 29 and 30, you see the story. This one's a little bit different. A couple things have changed. So you need to read it again. You'll notice a couple of differences in the first paragraph. I want you to read the story again. Notice the key points. Notice the structure, the connections, the organization. And I want you to answer A, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So from page 29, read the story and go to page 31, number 5. Take as, don't take too long. Take as much as you need. I don't know, 5 or 7 minutes. And read the story, answer the questions, and come back. And I'm going to review the questions with you. Go ahead. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole story again, but notice in paragraph 1, Joseph plays on a roller hockey team. Okay, that's new. That's different. Roller hockey, basketball, baseball. Instead of a soccer team, he plays on a roller hockey team. Paragraph 1 is a little bit different, so you must notice that. Everything else is the same. Page 30, we see a young student here and a doctor, and the doctor is taking her pulse, P-U-L-S-E. Okay, blood pressure and pulse. This is your pulse. Pulse means your beat. Boom, 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 boom. Like music. Music has a pulse, but we call it a beat. Okay, but it's really the same thing. It's the rhythm of something. But when it's your body, we say heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Heartbeat. But this is called your pulse when they check boom, 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 the rate of your heartbeat. Number 1, Joseph plays basketball, baseball, and roller hockey. Number 2, once a week for 45 minutes. Number 3A, of course, yes, physical activity is very important. Number 3B, now, many things are bad if children don't exercise, but in the story, when you answer the questions, answer based on the story. So on a test, the questions I ask you are based on the story. Very important. And number 3B is high blood pressure, high cholesterol, overweight. Okay. Of course, there are other things, but these are the answers from the story. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, overweight. Number 4C, remember, stay with them. The habits will stay with them. The children will keep the habits or continue the healthy habits. C. Number 5 is B, of course. That's the main point of the whole story. It's very important for children to exercise in school and outside of school. Okay, we've read the story twice. We're ready to now get on to the other work, and I want you to do it for homework, please. Again, this week, B, word forms, which is grammar. Okay, B, I want you to do C, vocabulary. Again, fill in the blanks. And I want you to do F. I want you to do F, the closed quiz. Okay, fill in the blank on page 36. So the main homework here that you will do on your own is B, C, and F. But the written homework for me that you must send to me this week is D, like last week. Answer number 2 and number 3. Please look at page 34. 34, D. Number 2, when you were a child, did you exercise in school? I think everybody did. How often? Once a week, twice a week, every day, and 1 hour each time, 2 hours each time. And what kind of exercise did you do in school? Right? What things did you enjoy when you were in school? Let's say, elementary school or middle school. Okay, when you were a child, and any time around then, you can answer the question about that time. Okay? And just tell me what you did, what you enjoyed, your favorite exercise was as a child. A student, a young student. Number 3, what is your favorite kind of exercise now? For example, do you like to play a sport, take a walk? Yeah, take a walk is exercise. It's better than nothing, but I hope some of you do more than just walking. Hiking, for example, is even better. If you live in Seoul, you're very lucky because Seoul has so many good places to go hiking. Right? Seoul has beautiful mountains with beautiful trails, and it's very, very good exercise, hiking. So maybe that's something you can try this semester. Just make sure you wear a mask. Write about your favorite kind of exercise. Why do you enjoy it? Okay, so I want you to, again, short answers, 2 or 3 sentences for each one. Number 2 and number 3. How often did you exercise as a child in school? What sports and games, what exercise did you like a lot? And for number 3, what do you do now? How often do you do it? You can say why you like it. About 3 sentences for number 3. Don't just say, I walk every day. That's not, okay, you get credit for doing it, but that's not really a lot of effort. I want you, if you like to walk, where do you like to walk? Why do you like, just make your answer interesting. Not too long, but just make it interesting. Okay? 2 to 3 sentences is good. Okay, of course, the email to me with your answers, written answers, must be submitted. I must receive it by 5 o'clock on Thursday, okay? This week, Thursday. After that, it's late. Now, I've been a little lenient with some late people. Okay, I understand there's issues because of the situation. It might be hard to get the book, or you live outside of Seoul, no problem. So up to now, I've forgiven people who are late, and I think that's fair. But now everybody's got the book, everybody knows what we're doing. So from now, you must be on time, 5 o'clock, everybody. That way it's fair for everyone. Everybody's following the same plan. Right? If there's some serious problem or emergency, family emergency, okay, then you must tell me in an email. If you have a very legitimate or good reason, or you have a personal problem, you must let me know in the email. Otherwise, everybody must be on time every week. Okay, that's it for this week. Great work, everyone. As always, I'm very happy to see you. Remember to watch the second video, the Listening Lab video. Have a wonderful week. I look forward to getting your email. Bye for now, everyone.